All right, so here we go. Here we have Bitcoin on Bybit on the 1 hour. As you see, we did have some sort of a BART formation. Came chopped sideways, had a bit of a bull trap, and had a bit of a bear trap, and then popped up. I mean, you grab liquidity from both ways right here. And like we were talking about yesterday, the probabilities were more to the downside, but there was that 30%, like we talked about. I was 70-30, and the 30% played out. These signals don't always work. We were going sideways here. So, I mean, this signal worked. It would have got you a, see here, signal printed. So you'd have got here, it would have got you a 2.5% move. So the signal still worked, but it didn't play out quite as much as I thought. And we had a BART formation, which is when you go down, chop around, come back up, and inversely looks like Bart Simpson's head. All right, so that's the BART formation. And let's go over the chart layout. So here to the right, we have the VPVR, which measures horizontal volume at a certain price level. Just like your volume is vertical, this volume is horizontal. All right, then we have the moving averages, yellow being the 21, 50 being the red, 200 being the purple, and 100 being the blue. Then we have your momentum oscillators, one being your RSI, other one being your MACD. Then we have our volatility measurement, which is the BBWP. All right, so your moving averages, looks like they're trying to have a multi-crossover here. They are converged up against each other. You have came down, fallen below the 100, and now you're testing the 21. The question is do we get a resumption? Do we get a test and a resumption up and pass this last high at about 16,510? I'd even say 16,520 is what I would like to see it get above. And then, if we start breaking down and get back into this range, that's not going to look good. So if we break these moving averages, basically 16,360 on a 1 hour closure, we can always get these wicks down here. Remember, we can always get these wicks, take liquidity, and then pop right back up. So we might be able to be held up by the 21, but if we do fall below this, don't panic just yet. Unless we start making closures below those moving averages, and then it curls them back around. All right, so basically if you break 16,300, which is still the level to break below, I would expect you to come back into this range and probably break the downside, and this would be one bull trap. All right, so RSI down here below your signal line, working its way down to the neutral median line. We need to get back above 16,451 in order to cross above our signal line. MACD curling over. Positive momentum is waning on the histogram. And we're going to find out whether we're going to get a test and a resumption or a cross to the downside. Now, see, if we get a test and a resumption, that would coincide with us breaking 16,433, where this 100 is lying right now. And then your BBWP obviously has fallen below its moving average and makes me think that this is a corrective move. As we go down, the BBWP is contracting. So it makes me feel like this is a corrective move, and the probabilities are more to the upside right now. All right, so let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hour, I mean, you're moving sideways right now. RSI in the neutral median zone, testing that neutral median line above its signal line. MACD riding the zero line right now. Fresh cross to the upside on the current tick. So we're going to find out whether we can get above that zero line. We need to get above that zero line. Sorry, new cat. So we need to get above that zero line, which would mean we got above 16,790. And that's on the 4 hour right now. So quite a bit of ways. But we're going to find out. If we can do that, I would expect us to go all the way up to 17,200. I mean, that wouldn't be too far away, but I'm saying if we start moving up here, the momentum's going to cascade to the upside. And on the 1 hour, we need to stay above. We need to get above. We need to stay above 16,469. We need to get back above there in order to turn this MACD around to the upside. Sorry about that. This cat's like walking around me, like pacing me and shit. Okay, so let's go back down to the 1 hour, talk about the bullish and bearish cases. The bullish case is that we break 16,510. Actually, let's see exactly what it was. Close is 16,511. Okay, so we need to break 16,511 in order to continue on to the upside and break below. If we break back into this range about 16,300, that's not going to look good at all. All right, so that's your bullish and bearish case for Bitcoin. By the way, if you guys are liking this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below, one being the Discord. A lot of good conversation about crypto, trading, investing, markets. Anything to do with trading and markets, we talk about it there. We cover all markets, especially crypto. And yeah. And also we have a Sunday event at 7 p.m. EST. We're going to talk about macro analysis and trading rules. So definitely come to the event, and yeah, see you there. So let's move on to Ethereum. Here on Ethereum, once again, getting rejected from our red box. Finding some resistance right there, as we've done before. We're having trouble getting back in this red box right now. If we can break this last high at 1220. This cat is climbing up my stomach. If we can break 1220, I would expect us to go to the top of this box after a rejection from probably about this last wick at 1235. I would expect a minor rejection from there, but if we can start closing 4-hour closures above this level, I would expect us to go all the way up to the top of that box. So right now your RSI leaving the bullish control zone below your signal line. We're going to find out whether we can get back in there. You did hit resistance from these last highs. So if we can get back above that last high, I do expect us to go deep in the bullish control zone. MACD curling over a bit. Positive momentum's waning. But like I said, same thing for Bitcoin. We're going to find out whether this is a retest and resumption, or if we cross to the downside, start breaking these moving averages. Now, the 21 did cross the 50. It looks like it's going to cross the 100. If all these moving averages start crossing bullish and fan out, that's going to look really good. Your BBWP looks like it's contracting as the price action's moving down, once again, making me think this is a corrective signal. Yeah, I mean, the bearish case is that you break the 200 at 1175. If you do that, I would expect you to ebb and flow all the way down to 1080. All right, so, and then the bullish case, like I said before, is to break 1220. And I do think we would go all the way up to those upper levels. Let's move on to Solana. So here on Solana, Solana's not looking as good as Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. I mean, you're pretty neutral. You're in the neutral median zone, testing the neutral median line. MACD riding the zero line right now, finding some resistance at the zero line. If we cross to the downside and cross that zero line again, it's not going to look good. BBWP is contracting, though, as the price action's moving down. So, yeah, I mean, if we can cross that moving average to the upside, I do expect the volatility to continue, either breaking 1386 or 1322. If you do break 1322, I would expect a minor bounce at 1275, ultimately going back down to $11. If you can break this last high, 1386, I would expect you to come back up to close to your range, mid-range right here at 1444, possibly even come up to 1484. All right, so that's basically what I'm looking at for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. If you guys like this video, show some support in the bear market. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below. Let me know how I'm doing. and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified with this time-sensitive content. I wish everyone well, and I'll see you tomorrow.